Tuesday. How are you doing? So, today in 7 minutes of marketing, we're going to look at how you and your trade show staff, your trade show team can have better booth conversations. So, this happened. This sort of like thought of putting together a plan happened when a trade show organizer came to me and they said their biggest exhibitor was just I don't know, nervous, or the people working in the booth were nervous about how to talk to people and really what to do in the booth. So, and there's part of that is what not to do. So, I've got a little article for you, and I'll put the link below so you can grab it. It's on my website, and you can use this for your team or just anybody who you want to share it with. And I'm going to share some of the key points right now. And there's 5 steps here on how to turn cold conversations into sales opportunities, because hey, that's why we're at a show, right? So some of the things to think about is, one, this is so Captain Obvious, but I love it so much, is the whole what's in it for me thing. And so when the customer, the client, or the prospect goes by the booth, comes in, just I know we always want to tell folks what we want to tell them, but instead pivot and think about what is the purpose for your customers, for those attendees. And then what's your purpose? Because are they in alignment? So your purpose at being at the show may be to reconnect with existing clients, customers, and get new prospects for your new product or service, right? Maybe that's it. And the people showing up have a different purpose. They've got something they want to solve, whatever it is. So let's think about it from their point of view, right? So what's in it for me? A second thing to think about, and maybe this isn't an issue for you, but some people feel like, I don't want to bug somebody. I really don't want to. But they're coming by your booth. They're at a show. It's totally okay to speak with somebody. And you might jump in. You can do the easy, like, how's your day going and stuff like that, if that's an easy way to start. But you might say, oh, is there something special you're trying to solve while you're here at the show? If that doesn't feel too much of a hard sell for you, I think it's a great conversation starter. Oh, is there something special you're trying to solve while you're here at the show? Is really interesting. It doesn't have to be about you. It can be about something else they're looking to solve. So that is a great way to get the conversation started. And the next thing you can say to them, if they respond to anything that's like in your ballpark at all about it, you can say, oh, that's great. Is it okay if I, and then now you want to take their information and offer them something. So that's different. Sometimes we just, hey, can I scan your badge? Can I scan your badge? Can I get your card? Whatever. But if you can change that a little bit to, ooh, I've got a report on that very topic. So if you've got your 3 top services, products, something like that, maybe you've got a report, a special block diagram, a behind the scenes look at something, to where now you're offering something. I've got some information specifically on that. Can I send it to you? So if you can make it so you're sending them something really helpful, it makes it really easy to collect that info and send them something cool. You can also change it up. You can have a QR code in the booth. Now, if you just have a QR code, nothing's going to happen. If you have a QR code and you treat it just like you do with the badge scan, hey, can I send you that report? Here, take your phone, scan this code, enter your phone number, email, whatever it is, and I will send it to you right away. You're going to automatically get it. Now we're using that to our advantage. So I want to recommend that that's a good way to use QR codes, to just sort of have them posted in the booth. It's fine for info, but if you're looking to use that for starting a sales conversation with somebody, you got to be active about it and use it the same way you might when you're doing a presentation or giving a paper. We don't just sort of have the QR code up or on the slides. You can, but the other way to do it is like, hey, if you want to get the slides plus this bonus information that has these special settings or information, grab this right now, pull out your phone before we go on to the next part, and have people fill stuff out or text me the number or whatever it is. So use it to your advantage like that. You're there to serve. If you think of it like that, like, what can you do to help them? How can you give them something really useful? All right, here's another one. And we know this: body language, body language, body language, all that stuff. matters. And so if we're open and approachable, think about how you look on a scale of 1 to 10. How approachable are you? Are there people in your booth clustering, looking at their phones? All those kinds of things. Um, so just something to think about. And then I've got a little tip here about when you just don't know what to say. Um, you can always ask someone a question about them. Hey, can you just tell me about a recent project you work on? That kind of thing. Um, just start that conversation with a question to them. That's an easy way to start a conversation at a trade show booth. I know a lot of us we fall back on, hey, let me tell you everything, and to start spewing a presentation. And while it's really good to have those kind of talking points memorized, like if someone comes in the booth and says, what's new? Can you list 2 things for them right away? That's what's new. That's good. Um, Also, we don't want to resort to talking for 20 minutes and not even asking them a question. I've definitely had that happen. I walked into a booth. I was interested in what they're doing, and the person just opened up the faucet of demo right there. And I was there for like a long time while they're talking. And finally I said, I'm not a prospect, super interesting. And they just spent, all that time with me when they could have been talking with other prospects. So it's good to have that conversation. So those are some tips for you and maybe for your team, because while you've maybe been to a ton of shows, other people on your team have not. So we want to think about the purpose of you at the show, the purpose for your attendees at the show, conversation starters when you just don't know what to say, and a few other little bonus tips and tricks for going to a show. I think I've been to well over 200 shows, most of them while I set up equipment and was demoing. So a lot of this just comes from that lived experience and wanted to share. All right. Hope you love it. Talk soon. Bye.